Hey everyone, it's Raif here. Hope everyone is having a good week. So I wanted to vlog because recently I got a message on Facebook from someone named Avinof. Hello Avinof. And he reached out. He said he's been a long time HIV activist and he's the chair of an organization in Israel called Living with HIV. It's a support group for men and women who are living with HIV. And they're also doing a campaign for U=U, which, if you're not aware, their goal is to spread awareness about HIV specifically, and that if you are living with HIV and you've been undetectable for 6 months or longer, you can no longer transmit the virus to another human being, which is huge. It's big news. Something I talked about in a previous vlog, especially noting that the CDC here in the US has recently signed on to this agreement. They endorse it. They're saying, yes, we agree. And that's a big deal. That helps to update people's awareness, perceptions about HIV, and also reduce stigma. So from what little Avinof has told me, I understand that things in Israel are not quite as progressive as they are here in the States. So I was diagnosed back in 2012 on my birthday, ironically, and diagnosed with AIDS. And when I first found out, I literally thought that within 2-3 years, I was gonna be dead. Fortunately, my doctor was one of the first ones to help inform me about the virus, and that we made a lot of progress with medicine, and that if I did what I was supposed to do, took my medicine, that I was gonna be okay, and that I was gonna be able to live my life normally. The next step for me, I knew, having gone through difficult things in my past, that for me, the best way for me to deal with it and to heal is to talk about it. So one of the first things I did was I told my mom, I told my sister, I told my coworkers, I told all my close friends. I just shared it, and that in of itself was very freeing and helped diminish the monster that it was in my head, that I had built it up to be for so long. And then I made another realization, and that was, here I was being faced with my absolute worst fear in life. My worst fear in life had come true. Here it was, right in front of me. So now what? You know, I never thought, like, if it comes true, what happens after that? Never really thought about it. And the truth is, it wasn't a death sentence, so it's not like I can just wait to die and that's it. So what do I do with my life now? And I realized that up until this point, I had basically accepted the role as victim, and that had, in a way, manifested itself as a virus in my body. And rather than allow it to dictate how the rest of my life was gonna be, I kind of said, fuck that, right? Like, why would I let anyone or anything dictate my life, or how happy I'm gonna be, or the amount of enjoyment, fulfillment I'm gonna get out of life? What? No, who cares? My worst fear had come true, and I'm fine, and I'm good, and I'm moving on, and there's a day after, and I wake up the next morning and I'm still here. Nothing's really changed. So what now? It kind of put a fire under my ass, and I kind of decided, okay, I'm done being a victim, because that has gotten me from point A to where I am right now, and I don't care for that. I really don't like that. I'm not happy. So what's the opposite of being a victim, right? The opposite of being a victim is being a hero. The opposite of being a victim is being a savior, a fighter, a winner. So I started to say to myself, look, bro, you have to change your perception and your attitude about life. Otherwise, things are just gonna keep going down the same route. It might be different circumstances, but it's all gonna be along the same vein of being a victim. You know what I mean? Not being in control. I wanna be in control. I wanna be in control of my life and of my happiness, and I don't want that to be dependent on anything or anyone else. So from that moment on, I decided this was a new beginning. I'm starting at square one. things are just starting to build. It's only been 5 years since I had AIDS, and I was at my lowest point financially, especially, and emotionally in my life, and health-wise, of course. And now I'm making all these gains. I'm in the best shape I've ever been physically. My health is better than it's ever been. My outlook on life is amazing. I have plenty of money right now that I can live comfortably and be happy. I bartend, I personal train, I'm competing. So it's amazing how much can change in such a short amount of time, and it all started with changing my perception. It was from the inside that change really started to happen. I know we all have different circumstances, but you have to realize that it is a blessing that you have a community in living with HIV under Avinof where you can convene with people who are like-minded. And for those of you who are watching who don't have a sense of community in your life where you can reach out and talk to other people and share what you're going through and get some advice or just have someone listen, the fact that you're watching this vlog right now means that you have access to the internet. We have this miracle of an invention called the internet where you can transcend all space, distance in an instant. There is no distance. It's a matter of you reaching out to somebody through Facebook or a forum or a website or some kind of social group. You know what I mean? It could be an app on your phone. It could be Telegram. It could be WhatsApp. Any of those. So do it. Reach out. So what I'm trying to express to you, convey to you, is that at the end of the day, it is completely up to you. You have to find your sense of peace, your inner happiness, your sense of self-worth inside. It's not going to come from out there. It's got to come from inside. And you've been given an opportunity. It may not seem like one, it may not feel like one, but really, if you allow yourself to, you can see your situation as a gift. You have been given a gift in that you have been forced, because you're not able to get it from anyone around you, from external sources. You have to go inside and find your sense of self-worth and your happiness and your value as a human being from you inside. And that's where real happiness comes from. It doesn't come from out there. It comes from in here. And so many people are looking for it out there through their friends, through social media, through a myriad of distractions. You have to go deep inside yourself and you gotta face your demons, okay? You gotta face those monsters inside you who are telling you you are anything less than a perfect being, anything less than a miracle, anything less than God's immaculate creation. And that's where you're gonna find happiness. That's where you're gonna find that fire, that spark. Ignite it, feed it. You gotta feed it with love. Get that fight. You gotta find that sense of love and peace inside yourself. And you have the opportunity to do that. The HIV is just a waypoint. It's a marker. It's a bridge for you to find out how to love you. So look at it as that. It's a blessing. It's a gift. It's nothing less. Everything else that people try to feed you is bullshit. Don't buy it. Reject it. And at the end of the day, remember, you have hundreds of millions, if not billions, of people in this world, on this planet, who see you for who you are, who see you as a human being and know that you deserve love and that you are not any less than just because you have some silly ass virus inside you. Okay? That virus means nothing. Know that there are people out here and we are fighting every single day. And I mean that we're fighting by being examples, being leaders of living in love and light and spreading information, awareness, counteracting ignorance, reducing stigma. Find people in your life who are like-minded, who see you for who you are and support you in loving yourself. So God bless. Keep the faith.